Hey. Reps on the rack, numbers on the screen. Every single squat feeds the machine. Sweat on the floor, data in the veins. Power in my stride, charging up the gains. Push through the burn, feel the meters climb. Every clean form, every perfect time. Body has a rig, motion has a code. Stronger every set, leveling the load. Tighten up, let the muscle mind. Every move turning effort into shine. Step, lift, breathe, watch the counter up. Highest power on the block when we tighten up. Tighten up, feel the system sing. Each deep lunge like a fuel-rich link. Built from grit, never out of luck. We don't give in, we just tighten up. Tighten up. Wake at the dawn, hit another round. Calories to credits in the battleground. Friends in the gym, crew on the app. All of us aligned on the same roadmap. Straps on the bar, heartbeat in a race. Chasing bigger stats while we shape this place. Steel in my core, fire in my lungs. Every single rep pays out in the long run, yeah. Tighten up, let the muscle mind. Every move turning effort into shine. Step, lift, breathe, watch the counter up. Highest power on the block when we tighten up. Tighten up, feel the system sing. Each deep lunge like a fuel-rich link. Built from grit, never out of luck. We don't give in, we just tighten up. Stack that string. Go to link up. Earn that crown. Tighten up. We don't power down. Muscle mind, every move turning effort into shine. Step, lift, breathe, watch the counter up. Highest power on the block when we tighten up. Tighten up, feel the system sing. Each deep lunge like a fuel-rich link. Built from grit, never out of luck. We don't give in, we just tighten up. Tighten up.
Empty promises, same suit, same tie, shake hands on camera. Then shrug when we cry, they print favors. We pay in time, scrolling through headlines while they rewrite the crime. I'm tired of begging for a seat at the table. Hands in our pockets, we're calling a stable. If truth is a number that they can't revise, then let it be code that they can't privatize. Empty promises, nothing but lies. I thought she made it for people to rise. Blocks on the chain, remember the prize. Line by line, we reclaim our lives. Nothing but lies. I thought she made it for people to rise. Blocks on the chain, remember the prize. Line by line, we reclaim our lives. Yeah. They love that keeps us on leashes. Change rules overnight, call the theft easy. But here's one legend they can't erase. Every tick, every trade, stamped in its place. I'm done with pretending they got our future, when every new crisis just fattens the ruler. If power is numbers they can't centralize, let it be ours, let it be digitized. Empty promises, nothing but lies. Something she made it for people to rise. Blocks on the chain, remember the prize. Line by line, we something she made it for people to rise. Blocks on the chain, remember the prize. Line by line, we reclaim our right. We reclaim our right. We reclaim our right. We reclaim our right. From the miner's home to the cold key stash, from the broken stacking to the old guard cash. Every peer, every node is a never again. We don't need their permission for our money to spend. Empty promise, nothing to lie. Something she made it for people to rise. Promise on the chain, remember the price. Line by line, we reclaim our lives. Nothing but lies, something she made it for people to rise. Promise on the chain, remember the price. Line by line, we reclaim our lives. We reclaim our life. We reclaim our life. We reclaim our life.
Uptight, feel the ground shake. Every step's a dollar I make. Left foot, right foot, it's a game we play. Health and wealth in a single sway.
Step by step, watch me climb. Every move I'm cashing time. Run, walk, jump, it's all mine. Get healthy, get wealthy, redefine. Yeah, get healthy, get wealthy.
Redefine. What's my currency? No bank in sight. Sunrise to sunset, I own the night. Every stretch, every twist has a price. This grind pays twice, it's perilous. No excuses, no delay. Every motion makes my payday.
Yeah, hey, step by step, watch me climb.
Every move I'm cashing time.
Run, walk, jump,
it's all mine. Get healthy, get wealthy.
yeah, hey, step by
step, watch me climb. Every move I'm cashing time.
Run, walk, jump,
it's all mine. Get healthy, get wealthy. Redefine.
stumble, fall, I'm still in the race. Each bruise another badge I embrace. Momentum builds, can't erase the sound of coins in every pace. Every pace, every pace. Yeah, come on.
Get healthy, get wealthy, redefine.
All right. I want to welcome everybody to tonight's Tuesday night MoveQuest weekly update call, where we get the opportunity to get information on everything that's going on inside and behind the scenes of MoveQuest. I want to welcome any new members to the MoveQuest community to tonight's call. We definitely are glad to have you. And hopefully you will experience the wonderful things that we've been grown to or become accustomed to as well over the last few years, or what have you. We typically take these calls to hear information from the founder of MoveQuest. We have some exciting things taking place right now when it comes to expansion is concerned, and a lot of new things that she has kind of been making us privy to and helping educate us on understanding how all the pieces of the puzzle actually fit together for the long-term viability of our platform. I know I have Mr. Hayden Andre with me this evening. I'm going to go ahead and see if he has anything he wants to share before we get started. How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing fantastic, Mr. Herschel Crow. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Always looking sharp, man. I love that hoodie, man. It is super bright. It is super on point. Love that MoveQuest logo, man. It is absolutely fire, man. You keep rocking that merch, man, making me feel like it's time to step it up, get myself some gear. Yeah, man. Well, anyways, I know a lot of people are going to have access to some of that merchandise very soon because it's definitely one of the things that is on the radar. We are paying attention to a lot of what people are saying. They're looking for that merch, looking for those caps, looking for the hoodies, looking for the t-shirts. So that is definitely something that is on the radar and being worked on. So that being said, I'm going to keep my sections short tonight. Just a quick welcome to everybody who's tuning in. Hayden Andre here, as always, your friendly neighborhood digital asset investor. I am super focused on success as always. Today is day number 102 of the multi-chain mining expansion challenge. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, you got to check out the details on MoveQuest.com in the dashboard. It's all listed there in great detail. But big congratulations to everyone who completed their section of the challenge so far. There are exactly 50 days left. Okay, but that means that there's really only 20 days for a new person who is just seeing MoveQuest for the first time to get started right now and take it and be able to get the final phase of this challenge. Because phase number one is closed, but still open for anyone who's running after it. Phase number two is closed, but still open for anyone who can still achieve it based on the amount of days that are still open. But phase number three is open right now. People can start today, and as long as they submit their proof of physical activity consistently for 30 out of the next 50 days, they have the chance to receive 15% of the mining power that they're mining with for 6 separate chains. Okay, all the details, the exact details can be found on the website, movequest.com. Okay, just simply submit consistently, and that's the way to win. And there's a big incentive for us to all communicate that properly to everyone who's out there. Let's get really crystal clear on the amount of value that's on the table. There is a 50% direct referral incentive payable in AVAX instantly, just to help people see MoveQuest, get started with their MetaMask wallet, and mint a Trailblazer by utilizing the Q chips as part of their start strategy. Just as an example, helping somebody start with a $100 Trailblazer as part of their start strategy would pay you $50 in AVAX USD. Okay, now that's a pretty big incentive just to help somebody become empowered with MoveQuest to be able to create some residual value in their life through the strategy of mining. So that being said, that's all for me for tonight, Mr. Herschel Crow. I always like to remind everybody, stay lit, stay focused, max out, level up. Mr. Herschel Crow, back over to you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for that, Hayden. Before we bring on Miss Lynette, I do see her here. If you're not able to click over, let me know, Lynette, but I've sent you the request. One thing I want to remind everybody of is the MoveQuest Games that is coming. I have received an overwhelming response in reference to participants. We have met the initial or requested goal for participants. However, I do still have some spots available for those that would like to compete. For all of you, I'm going to say warriors out there that really like to get it in, your workouts, or if you're saying to yourself, hey, I need that extra little push, or I need that extra little motivation. I know I'm capable. I just need to put in the time, energy, and effort. We're going to give you a reason over the next 6 to 8 weeks to actually take it and step it up a little notch. But I was kind of scared there at the beginning. The ladies came out of the gate, and but like always, the men may be slow to react, but when they react strong. So definitely would like to see a few more females join the games, but we definitely have a full house, enough to actually put on the show that we wanted to put on. But I am open to expanding it a little bit further, so that should still be open here for the next few days for those of you that may be interested. And I would just say this: you don't have to be currently mining with MoveQuest to participate. So if some of you that are here have some, nieces, some nephews, some son-in-laws, or neighbors or what have you that you think may be interested, that works as well. So we're going to take it from there. Let me see here. I did see Miss Lynette in here a few minutes ago. Let me see. She may have had some technical things, but we'll just carry on while we're waiting for her to actually that wait a minute. Oh, there you go. Hold on one second. We got Mr. Waleed here. There you go, Waleed. Come on up, sir. There you go. What you got for us this evening, sir?
Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I joined the call to maybe answer some questions later on, and yeah, so I'm there.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. I think yeah, she's signing in from the other side right now. I clicked the button, so hopefully it will allow her to come on in. Well, yeah, she's trying to get in here. But Waleed, is there anything that you can think of? I know you're open for questions or whatever, but is there anything that you can think of? And I will. I know we had a conversation earlier today about the RPC codes. I will do that if we on Thursday's call or on our next call. I will go through and actually show everybody how to actually set a permanent or as Waleed would say, a premium RPC code for any of you that from time to time have issues with things freezing up or not working properly inside the app. He showed me a way to actually go get a free yet premium RPC code that would alleviate those type of problems and issues as we move forward. So that was definitely refreshing to actually see because I, for one, have had the experience of having to, reset mine from time to time. So that's definitely beneficial to actually have. So I will, in addition to doing it on the call, I will also record a video so it can be out there that, in the future, everybody will have it to reference as well. So, is there anything else from a technical standpoint, any issues that you're seeing, Waleed, that are coming through on a consistent basis that maybe you can make any of us aware of at this time, or is
Uh,
everything moving smooth sailing behind the scenes?
yeah. So let's come back to the premium RPC that we've talked about earlier.
Okay.
The premium RPC is not targeting MoveQuest itself, but the premium RPC is a free way for you to get to the next level with MetaMask, meaning that you put in a more reliable RPC for yourself. It doesn't matter which network. It could be Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain, it could be Ethereum, whatever. But it would fix the glitches with MetaMask itself. I mean, I've experienced it myself sometimes when I open MetaMask, I cannot even see my AVAX balance on MetaMask. And having a premium RPC would solve that once for all, would solve the issue with VPNs and with sometimes uh, MetaMask doesn't work as expected. And when you use a premium RPC, it makes everything more, let's say, more next level for MetaMask.
Okay. So since we got a
That's
little
the point.
time here, since we have a little time here, Waleed, I went ahead and started pulling everything up on my computer. So we'll go ahead and just show everybody now, so it can be in this recording, in case anybody wants to, reference back to it in the future as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear out what we did earlier because it's still saved in there, and maybe I'll just use a different email address or something to get into it. If it lets me clear it out, how can I log out of this thing? Will it
You can sign out and sign in again. I mean, we didn't create anything early on.
Yeah.
We just
Okay.
signed
Yeah.
in the
There we go.
platform and we got that.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out where the button was. That's all.
Yeah,
All right.
just sign out and you sign in on the
Okay.
stream.
I got it. And I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and we can do that. Boom, boom, boom. Share number 2. Perfect. Okay, so what he had me to do is go to Alchemy. Let me see if I can move this out of my way so I can see underneath. All right. He had me go to alchemy.com, and that's alchemy.com, alchemy.com. And when you get here, it will give you the ability to sign in, to basically create an account. He recommended that I just use, for speed, just use sign in with Google, or what have you. I'm gonna do this one. Let me go back. I'm going to hold on. Go back. Wrong email. One. Oh, all right. Sign in with Google. We'll let you get in there. And then when you come in here, you now have an account. Once you establish that account, all of these will probably show zeros, so don't worry about any of that. And then on the left-hand side, you'll go to where it says endpoints. Go to endpoints. Click on endpoints, and it will give you a list of core RPCs. Here, you will scroll down because you can get RPC codes for any of the blockchains. But here, you'll slide down until you find Avalanche. Avalanche. I'm sure there was probably a spot up top where I could have typed in Avalanche as well. When I originally came here, it already showed that these were already enabled. These were already enabled. And what he had me do is just copy the RPC code from here. Instead of having one generated by MetaMask directly, and this is how he explained it to me. He says the free ones that you get directly from MetaMask is like riding a city bus. They're available to everyone, but sometimes they're a little bit slower when you're trying to get somewhere. And when you come here, premium is like owning your own car, which allows you to move more frequently and with haste when needed, or what have you. So when you come here, you get the RPC code, you copy that RPC code, and then you go back to MetaMask. When you get to MetaMask, then what you want to do is come here where it says, depending on whether or not you have yours on all popular networks, or whether or not, if not, just go to Avalanche. And when you get here to Avalanche under select network, don't click on it. Don't click on it to go to Avalanche. Stay here and hit the three little dots to the right-hand side. Click that and then click edit. Here is where you would actually paste the wallet, the code, and mine is already saved and in there. But when you do it for the very first time, it will allow you to, it'll have a spot where you can paste the RPC URL, and then underneath it, it'll have a place for you to name it. I just happen to name it premium so that I would know, it doesn't matter what you name it, but in this case, I named it premium so that I would know what it was and put it in there and click save. And when you do that, now when you go to MoveQuest.com, it actually worked a lot faster. Balance, you see how fast that balance showed up in there and how fast it connected? I haven't connected this wallet to MetaMask. I just went to a dummy account, and I hadn't connected this in maybe 6 months, this wallet. And my balance, everything was lickety split already there and automatically connected, or what have you. So it did definitely speed things up. See how fast the miners and everything pop in? So that's just something to take into consideration, especially if you are, having any problems, issues with things freezing, or your balance is not showing, or it says it's searching. That's typically going to be your RPC code, where we normally would go up here to the top left-hand corner and click on Avalanche, and then come down here and click select by RPC. This is basically what's happening on the backside so that you guys know what happens on the backside with this. Periodically, Waleed is getting updated RPC codes and he updates this. So when we click it, it brings in the updated RPC that has been provided from Avalanche or what have you. So that's what this is doing. So you may have an old RPC locked in. When you come down here and click this, it kind of refreshes, whatever fresh RPC he's already updated in the system. This was kind of I guess, an easy fix for the masses. But hopefully now, instead of using the public ones, he's shown us a way to go to Alchemy and get one that's gives us a little more capacity for things. Many of you, well, some of you, I know you've experienced this, and I'll just tell you now in advance in case you run into it in the future. I had a young lady who put some miners and some tokens in the incubator, the original incubator. And, she kind of stepped away for a little while from MoveQuest for a little while. I hadn't done anything in the last 9 months. And she wanted to get back re-engaged, but mentioned that she had quite a few tokens in the original incubator that she needed to pull out, and she wanted to get them into the new hatcheries. Well, we could see where we needed to import them, but we couldn't see any of her cards. Even though we clicked import, we couldn't see anything. And what Waleed was informing me of is because those smart contracts or older smart contracts, everything is still there, but it's almost kind of like you have to refresh the connection or what have you. And so when we did the new RPC, everything showed up lickety split, and she was able to see and hopefully get access. I need to talk to her, give her a call back, but hopefully she was able to get access to all of her tokens and get into the golden hatchery as desired. So hopefully that helps someone. Is RPC the same? We have a question, Waleed. You can confirm this. I don't believe it is, but is the RPC the same for everyone? If yes, maybe we can copy the code here. I think it's different. Is that correct, Waleed?
Exactly. That's the goal actually for a premium RPC. Do not confuse premium by paid RPC. This is still a free RPC, and you will keep it free as much as you want. The difference is that the same RPC is called a public RPC. So everyone has the same address, use it as an RPC, which is currently the case for all the users on MoveQuest and all the users for MetaMask. But you can choose a premium RPC, which is your own RPC. And there is no two RPCs that are similar. Meaning, if you use your own code, you will be the only one that is using that code. Meaning that you will have your private RPC, which will not be overloaded. When you connect MetaMask, you know that you are the only one using it. You can invite people to use it. I do not recommend it because it's free. So rather you get a free one for your friend or for your family member to use that premium RPC. The public RPCs are just as they are called public, meaning the RPC is known. It's overloaded sometimes it's slow, sometimes it works, and that's the meaning of a public RPC. Now, I gave you Alchemy as a platform to get a free RPC, but you can also get it from Infura, which is provided by default in MetaMask. But I prefer Alchemy. Alchemy is way more reliable and it's way more faster, and you can use wherever RPC on any blockchain you want, and it will be your own private RPC. This way, no one is connected to. I know I'm repeating myself, but public RPC is what it is. It's public, just like public transportation. It's a city bus, just like you said, Herschel. And sometimes you don't have the place to go into the city bus, and you need to wait for the next one. When you have your own car, I mean, you just get into and you go wherever you want. So
Got it. Got it.
and
Got
both
it.
are
So,
free.
gotcha. So the one that that everybody's using standard, is basically the same one that, when we come here and refresh or select the RPC here, we're pretty much all using the exact same one. But if you go to Alchemy, you basically get your own dedicated RPC that you're the only one that's actually using. So it gives you more scope and breadth and flexibility to speed things up and make things easier. So perfect. So we need to do the premium for all blockchain. So she's asking, does she need to do the premium blockchain in MetaMask for AVAX and for BNB and other chains as well? You can,
Yeah,
but it's not
you can.
necessary.
Exactly. So the term need is misplaced because you don't need actually to do that. You can use the public RPC and it's just fine. But I mean, premium is premium. I mean, it's just like having a speed internet and slow internet. Slow internet works, will always work, but speed internet is way more comfortable to use. And yeah, I mean, if you are using MetaMask and you get into not Infura, I'm sorry, Alchemy, yeah, I mean, update with your own RPC all the networks that you're using. You have Binance Smart Chain, you have Ethereum, you have all of them right there listed. You don't have to create them actually. You just have to click enable and copy the link.
And what he means by that is no, you will not use the same one that you use for Avalanche. For example, for Polygon, you would need to come here and copy the one for Polygon and then go back to your wallet and go to Polygon to actually change that specific RPC in Polygon if that's what you wanted to do. So you'll need to do that individually for each one of them. And I just copied it. Waleed, hold on, I'm gonna do it real quick just to make sure. I'm gonna do my Polygon one right now. I think I copied that. Or at least it said I did. So am I freezing?
Yeah, and you need to enable it, by the way. See, Herschel?
Oh, okay. It's
When
just
you want to
okay,
use an
my bad.
RPC,
That's what was wrong. Okay. All
yeah,
right, so boom,
click
I
enable.
enabled it and I copied. See there? I learned something
Yeah.
because my Avalanche was already enabled. This wasn't. So I had to click enable. Now it allows you to copy it. Now I go back to MetaMask. I'm going to click my drop down. I'm going to go to Polygon. I'm going to click the three little dots. I'm going to hit edit. Now I already have an RPC in there. Here, I'm going to hit this drop down and I'm going to click add RPC URL. Add RPC URL right here. I'm going to paste the RPC URL right there. And underneath it, I'm going to put premium. In my case, you can name it whatever you want to name it on your end. And I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to save. So now my Polygon now has a premium RPC attached to it as well. And you can go through and do that with as many of the blockchains that you're using as you wish. As you wish. All right. That's one and only. The question we have in the chat, Waleed, is this for MetaMask wallet only or other wallets, Rabby, Trust, etc.?
I don't think Trust would work. Trust use their own RPC. They allow you though to add a node. It's a little bit more complicated than MetaMask. You need to go to settings, add a node, and they would accept that. For Rabbit, I think Rabby accepts to add a new RPC. I mean, mostly these non-custodial wallets, they allow you to put in your private RPC there. So yeah, the only thing that I know is that it's called node inside Trust Wallet. So when you want to change that feature or that parameter in the settings, look for the nodes and add that node right there.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Paste the instructions inside a Discord for us. That would mean I would have to write them up, Miss Julie. Or what have you. They would definitely be in the video that's in Discord this evening, but we'll see if if I can get maybe a short video that's separated, I'll do that. But I don't know if I'm gonna write them up. Maybe if I can get some AI to translate it or something, I will. But yes, we'll make sure you have everything you need to be able to do it, whether it be now or in the future. Um, Mr. Shane, Trust Wallet does not work for MoveQuest. Actually, it does. I have a wallet connected from Trust as well. Have there been any changes or anything with the use of Trust with MoveQuest Wallet that you are aware of?
Okay, so I'm aware about the issue with Trust Wallet. Now, the issue with Trust Wallet is that Trust Wallet on Android is not working properly with MoveQuest.
Gotcha.
Trust Wallet for iOS works perfectly. So the bug was reported to Trust Wallet. They are supposed to fix it, but they did not publish an update for that yet.
So just for
So
Androids, that's the only
yeah,
device.
just
That's the only
yeah,
one I'm using my iPhone with. Gotcha.
absolutely. And let me tell you one thing. What I personally do is that I use Trust Wallet plus MetaMask in my phone to deal with MoveQuest. And it's just a matter of getting your private key imported into MetaMask or vice versa. And you have a mirror wallet actually on on two applications, just in case. I mean, who knows? Maybe one application crashes and lose the wallet or lose the seed phrase and you don't remember it or you don't remember the private key. So it's always good to have backups. So I personally use Trust Wallet with the same account than MetaMask in my phone, and I have also MetaMask in my browser. So if I lose my computer, I still have access to one of my apps to get my private keys from there. If I lose my phone, I have my computer to get that. If one of the apps crashes for whatever reason, you never know with the apps. So I have another one that is backing up my private key, etc., etc. So my advice to everyone is get MetaMask and Trust Wallet. You don't have to choose actually. So I mean, if you have created your wallet in Trust Wallet, go ahead and import your private key into MetaMask or do the reverse if you started with MetaMask this way. You have the best of both worlds basically.
Got it. Got it.
So there are some, yeah. For example, in Trust Wallet you cannot swap MoveQuest. In MetaMask you can swap MoveQuest right from MetaMask. That's a big deal sometimes. So, but at the same time, navigating the website is much smoother on Trust Wallet than MetaMask because their web engine is more up to date. So I advise you to get always two wallets connected to the same one. This way you never lose it. You will never have to deal with a app crash or you remove it the application, you don't remember your seed phrase. So this way you have your backup everywhere almost.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Levi, do you have an iPhone or Android? I think that they're referring to is only with Android devices and that as of now. Yeah. Yeah. So so yes, you're good. It's just with Android devices and Trust Wallet. So Shane, hit me up. I know you know the game, but hit me up if you have any issues with doing your MetaMask or getting access to it. We'll get you squared away on that. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. So any other updates from you, Waleed? Lynette, I did get a message from her. She has not been able to, I can see her, she's actually listening in, but she's in a place where it's making her use, she has her computer with all of our MoveQuest stuff on it. She does not want to use public Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
And
I know that.
it won't let her get in on the other device. And I don't want her to use her computer
Okay.
on the public Wi-Fi. So
Yeah, there is one topic that I want to talk about
sure.
actually to remove any confusion about, and it's about the mirror matching challenge. that is running right now and was running on MoveQuest. And I've heard that some people are confused about what dock is selected and why would we even use the reset button on the challenge on, I mean, obviously why we've used that, the reset button. So yeah, I'm open to question. I want to respond to your question first before doing any speech about why we are using this reset button and what kind of mirror what is the type of docs that will be selected when you mine with. So if someone has any question about that.
Not yet, but I'm pretty sure the New York Stock Exchange will move here in just a second. Maybe not, sir. So
Okay.
go
Okay,
ahead. And
maybe not. I mean, yeah, maybe they're still typing the question, but let me start first of all. To remove any confusion about this, let's say this. If you submit with the wallet consistently for 90 days, you validate the challenge. So let's take, for example, a full wallet with 18 titans. You are submitting 90 days, you achieve the challenge is validated, you are getting that mirrored. Okay, it doesn't matter what you've submitted before, what you submitted after, and with what doc you submitted in between. So the goal is that for the total duration, you get 90 days submitted with your desired doc. Okay, that's first thing. Now, why we have this reset button, which is so annoying, and we needed to add it down the road for some people because some people wanted to start over the challenge from scratch. So there is no confusion for them. So they said, okay, I'm going to restart, meaning that I'm removing all my docs, all my submissions in this challenge, and I'm starting over. So everything is clean. Also, this reset buttons remove any confusion between two matching docs that are not equivalent. Let's say you have a big doc, what's called a high, let's say high mining power doc and a low mining power doc, and you've submitted both, let's say for 75 days. Because not all people are targeting the 90 days. Some are targeting not the 100%, but the 40% or the 50%, 15% matching doc, etc. So if you have something equal, the reset would let you stop the submission recorded for the first one and start over with the second one. For the sake of the example, let's say, let me go to the website first. All right. Okay. So, okay, let's say, for example, I've submitted with a lower doc for, let's say for how much? For 80 days. Okay. Then I submitted with my higher doc for 60 days. All right. So what would happen right there? I mean, I can even go further. I've submitted with 90 days with my lower doc and 60 days with my higher doc. So basically, I would be how can I say it?
It would
I would be
automatically
qualified.
qualify you for the lower power because it was for the longest period of time.
Exactly. That's how it works. That is the default behavior. So I'm both qualified. Actually, mathematically, I'm both qualified for the 90 days, and I'm also qualified for the 60-day where I receive 40% of my doc. But maybe I prefer to get 40% of my higher doc than 90 days and 100% of my lower doc. So the only way that I had to split this is to get the reset button. So down the road, you click reset, you remove what you've submitted already, because not all people were aware about the mirror match, challenge, and were not ready at that time. So that's why the reset button is there. But you don't really actually need it. So if you start submitted with the lower dock, then you went to your upper dock, and your upper dock, you did 90 days, you are automatically qualified with the 90 days. And let me share my screen really quick.
Sure, go right ahead.
That would be maybe useful for some. I'm sharing my screen right now. So, as I said, 60 days qualifies you for 40%, and 90 days qualifies you for 100%. And as I said, we may have cases where someone is qualified for both, because 90 days plus 60 days are 150 days, and the challenge duration is actually 152. So it allows you to be qualified for both.
And just to clarify what you mean there when you say qualified, but it doesn't mean that you get both. It just means that you have satisfied the criteria of two of the three stages of the process. But the reset button allowed you to actually, in the event that you had more mining power for a shorter period of time, that was the reset button was the only way to actually put you in a position to actually get that or what have you.
Absolutely.
So that's why that option was there.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And what I wanted to show right there is this part, which is the doc history, which will show you how much submission you did with how much miners inside. So this is a test account. So it shows me that I've submitted one day with one Titan, I've submitted one day with a navigator, and I've submitted 3 days with 0 volts. Zero volts means basically I've submitted with phantoms. Okay.
Got it.
So when you go there in your account and you see what are your history, you would see how much you've submitted with what type of docs. And if you have one that reaches the 90 days, this one is the one selected right there. Let's call it selected, which is the qualified doc to finish the challenge with at 90 days. So if it makes sense for everybody, I've explained it why this reset button to remove any confusion from people. And actually it allowed some people, not saying but everybody, because when I click reset right there, I have a message that tells me this will erase all your current progress. And it was made for some people that didn't start well the challenge and wanted to reset it at 0.
Okay.
Uh,
Got you on that one. And then we have another question that came in while you're here, because I know there's a few people that still are wrapping their head around it. Before we go ahead and close out, can you one more time explain again how Q chips can be used? How the Q chips can be used. All right.
Okay, it's going to be fast.
Okay.
So the Q chips are used for one single purpose, is to assemble 2 types of miners, which are the Trailblazer and the Explorer, I guess. Yeah, Trailblazer and the Explorer. So to mint a Trailblazer or an Explorer on MoveQuest, you can only do it with Q chips. So you get the Q chips to mint or to assemble. This is how we call it inside the app, and you can do it right now only from inside the app to assemble these 2 miners. So that's the use of the Q chip so far.
Got it. That's pretty simple.
Yeah, that's pretty simple. And we are not using it in anywhere else right now, because I remind you guys that if you referred someone a direct referral, and this person purchased Q chips to mint these miners, you are getting 50% of this Q chips amount, as commission in AVAX. And you can find that in the networking table. So if you go to the website, you go to the networking table, you would find your commission right there. You can claim it right there, and it's in real time. So every time someone is purchasing Q chips, they get the commission from there. And Q chips are exclusively used to mint these two types of miners so far.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. I had all of my miners in place by December the 15th. 7 wallets of Titans, 1 wallet of Vanguards. And I was told in Discord I had to reset for all of them to count. This was just with a couple days to spare, and I'm not sure I will make the 90 days.
Mm,
I
okay.
had all miners in place by December the 15th. 7 wallets of Titans, 1 wallet of Vanguard. And I was told on Discord I had to reset all of them to count. Are we talking about the same miners themselves?
Um, uh, okay, so what I'm understanding right there is that in Discord they told to reset all of them to count. I don't know why they would do that if these docs didn't change over time. So says, yeah, and I'm not sure to make it 90 days. Okay, so let's say this. If you reset by mistake your doc, just go to the support and we will be able to do something for that. Because remember, guys, all your submissions are done over the blockchain, so nothing is lost. You cannot actually, when I say reset, this reset button is ignoring something. It's not deleting any data because your submission data is always there and will be always on the blockchain. So if you have used your reset button by mistake, go over our support channel, give them the wallet concerned by this. I'm going to take a look at that. And if you did a reset, I can cancel the reset.
So the reset, basically all it did was change the UI counter, but behind the scenes on the blockchain, your submissions are your submissions.
Well, it ignored the submissions inside the mirror contract, the mirror challenge contract, but the mirror challenge contract is getting the data from the mining contract. So the mining contract never changed it. I mean, look, if you misclicked something, you can always go uh, to the support, and as long as it's not the final data, meaning a blockchain transaction, we can do something about that. We can revert that. We can retrieve the old. I mean, we can retrieve the old submissions with your old doc. So
All right. Get ready to buy some people some gifts, Waleed.
gift. Everybody wants gifts these days. I don't know why.
You
Everybody
finna put people to work.
missing a submission.
Okay, Q-chips will be wrapped. We'll be able to use them. Q-chips are going to be wrapped, so we will be able to use them on other blockchains to assemble miners, yes or no?
No,
No.
not so far. So yeah, I'm always talking about right now.
Okay. So,
MoveQuest, the Q chips will never be wrapped because they don't have any market value publicly, meaning that they don't have any liquidity pool. They will not be wrapped. They will exist on the other blockchains and they will serve for the same purpose so far. And I'm always saying so far because Linet decides about that. And we have plans for the Q chips, but we have many plans for Q chips, and it will depend on the evolution of MoveQuest on how they will be used. So I cannot say anything about that for now.
all right.
Okay, Lynette is saying they will be listed. She's posting that, yeah. She's saying they will be listed. I'm not going to say anything. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything.
Well,
So
the thing is at some point in the future, that may be 6 months from now, it may be 12 months, it may be 2 years from now. There's no time on that. But at present, in our near foreseeable future, it won't be listed. But at some point, the goal is to have it listed.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be mysterious right there, but it's a part of the game. They are using it right now for this. They may be listed, they can be listed, and they will probably be listed at some point. So okay, would Walid know how much tokens are there in circulation as for now? Nope, I don't know anything about money, anything about circulation, anything about value. I don't even know how much costs the MoveQuest right now. The MQT.
Do you know, have the Q chips been sent out as of yet from
What?
the giveaway?
Uh, I mean, I think that Lina didn't send them yet, so
Okay.
uh, I don't know. She will respond to that herself.
Okay. She said
So
she has not. She has not. All right. Let's see. Shield, main purpose, primary use. I mean, 3 ways. That is correct, Levi. I'm just posting it to where everybody can see it, I believe. And I will do this one as well. Levi gave a breakdown of the Q chips. Um, everything moving along as planned in reference to the blockchain and hitting our May, time frames.
yeah, hopefully for now, hopefully we will hit our time frames. Again, I'm going to let Lynette speak about this in the next Zoom. I'm going to be there, and so yeah.
Understand? All right, all right. That will work. That will work. Well, Mr. Waleed, I'm going to thank you very much for stepping in this evening to assist us with the call, answering some questions that we know people had, some big questions about after last week.
Mhm.
And definitely thank you for the information in reference to the what you shared in reference to the RPC, because I know that's going to come in handy, real soon. I know it's going to help a lot of people right now. When
Yeah.
we have things that's getting stuck, and maybe even customer service or support will appreciate that as well if they were not already aware of that. So that'll be something that would be good to
Mhm.
have them aware of also.
Okay. Let me answer really quick few questions. Meanwhile, um, okay. So first of all, regarding to the Q chips for daily submission, you are receiving them in real time. You can claim them from the website in real time, meaning that they are in the claim table at the right. You can claim as soon as you submit. I mean, at the same, it's in real time. So if you submit right now, you will get this Q chips number to claim in the website. That's one thing. Another question about the sleep hours when you use a limit boost. So yeah, so it goes from 8 hours to 12 hours as limit. But always think about this. I'm saying this to everybody that cares about a lot about sleep, because sleep is something that sometimes you do not control. sleeps are counted as, sleep is counted as 5% of your submission shares. So if you do 8 hours of sleep, that's 5% of your, uh, of your shares. If you do a little bit less, it's going to be a little bit less of the 5%. So sleep is not a real value, just like this. The steps are actually 35% of what makes your submission. Uh, so I would recommend to not care a lot about sleep. So it goes from 8 to 12 when you use a limit boost, because that's how the limit boosts work. So it pushes the limit for every category. So maybe we have sleep, I mean, people that sleep a lot and want to monetize that. I don't know. I don't get 12 hours of sleep anyway, so that's one thing. The Binance Smart Chain side of MoveQuest is active and working. The only thing is that you still not able to do your claims on Binance Smart Chain, even if your tokens are accumulated right there. So the reason why we did that, because we are reworking the distribution on the Binance Smart Chain to be more advantageous than what it is right now. So you are not losing your tokens, you are not you losing your submissions. This the claim is just posed right now, and it will be activated as soon as we get the blockchains together online. So we will have the other blockchains plus the Binance Smart Chain that would work. At the same time. Uh, what else? Yeah, and by the way, we are redoing the smart contracts for the Binance Smart Chain to match the Avalanche blockchain and to match the new blockchain, because these are the modern contracts. The one that are in the Binance Smart Chain are the old contracts. It's not like they are not reliable, but they have less features than the new versions. Yeah, and anything happening with GFAM? Yeah, that's what I was talking about when I'm talking about the claims are posed, just to get the GFAM on track when we restart the claim on the Binance Smart Chain.
Power ups will go active around that same time once the new chains come out or before.
Will our blockchain, which one will our blockchain be the first before the other blockchain?
No,
That's a question.
the power ups.
Okay, so the power ups are delayed for now. I don't know when we will implement that. For now, technically we need to get rid of some stuff. We need to get the mirror challenge out of calculation to get the power ups running, and I can explain it technically.
Gotcha.
When you guys do one transaction, when you click the submit button, what it does your proof of activity registration. It does the calculation for the fees. It checks your doc, it checks your fund terms, it does all these calculations, then it checks for the Q chips that you earn, then also it checks for the mirror challenge. And there is a limited room in the blockchain that you can do. You cannot still putting stuff, because otherwise your transaction will run out of gas. So to make the power ups, which are another request, we need at least to get the mirror challenge ended and finish it. So we have the room to add more stuff to that.
Gotcha. And the other part of that, because I know Lynette has addressed that on several occasions, it's a community growth thing as well. We need more people engaged in the community to actually for the algorithms and the math and everything else to work before you introduce that or what have you. So
absolutely, because look, when we deal with power ups, think about this way. If we have a small community, let's take an example of a really small community of 2 people. One is mining with a lower miner, and one is mining with a max doc with boosts and power-ups. That basically would suck all the MQT only for the power, the one that is using the power-up in this case. And as long as the community is small right now, I mean, it is what it is right now, it would impact immediately people that has lower docs, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to impact these people while adventuring a lot. I mean, the big docs, because think about this: power-ups is a multiplier. You multiply whatever you are receiving. So think about this way.
Got it. Okay. No, understood. Well, that'll work. So we've hit the top of the hour, Mr. Waleed. Once again, I'm going to thank you. And Lynette says she should be back or to her destination or to solid Wi-Fi by Thursday. So she should be here with us with any new things that she has to share. Once again, I want to thank all of you for joining in with us this evening to get the information that Mr. Waleed has been able to so graciously share with us. So we're going to go ahead and close it out right here, and we will see all of you on the next one. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and we will see you next time. As soon as I can get my computer to act right, we'll give you an outro. Here we go.
Yeah, wake it up, lace it up, turn it up, tighten up. Hey, reps on the rack, numbers on the screen. Every single squat feeds the machine. Sweat on the floor, data in the veins. Power in my stride, charging up the gains. Push through the burn, feel the meters climb. Every clean form, every perfect time. Body has a rhythm, motion has a code. Stronger every set, level in the low. Tighten up, let the muscle mind. Every move turning effort into shine. Step, lift, breathe, watch the counter up. Highest power on the block when we tighten up. Tighten up, feel the system sing. Each deep lunge like a fuel-rich link. Built from grit, never out of luck. We don't give in, we just tighten up. Tighten up. Wake at the dawn, hit another round. Calories to credits in the battleground. Friends in the gym, crew on the app. All of us aligned on the same roadmap. Straps on the bar, heartbeat in a race. Chasing bigger stats while we shape this place. Steel in my core, fire in my lungs. Every single rep pays out in the long run. Yeah. Tighten up, let the muscle mind. Every move turning effort into shine. Step, lift, breathe, watch the counter up. Highest power on the block when we tighten up. Tighten up, feel the system sing. Each deep lunge like a fuel-rich link. Built from grit, never out of luck. We don't give in, we just tighten up. Stack that string. Go to length up. Earn that crown. Tighten up. We don't power down. Muscle mind, every move turning effort into shine. Step, lift, breathe, watch the counter up. Highest power on the block when we tighten up. Tighten up, feel the system sing. Each deep lunge like a fuel-rich link. Built from grit, never out